Button pushed. Thank you. Good evening and welcome to the Arundel Camera Club meeting for Thursday, February 8th. My name is John Milliker and I'm the club president for the 2023-2024 season. The Arundel Camera Club was founded in 1957 and exists to promote the arts, science, and education in all aspects and fields of photography. For more information about us, please visit www.arundelcameraclub.org. We are, of course, happy to be meeting now in person and online. If you are local to us in Anne Arundel County, Maryland, please visit us at the Severna Park Baptist Church located at 506 Benfield Road, Severna Park, Maryland. Before we move to tonight's contest, do we have any officer announcements? Announcements. I'll get to you next. Come on up. You come on up. But in the meantime, do we have anything from MPA? I think there's a black and white contest coming up. Check an email for, I'm guessing, a code. Is there a special code for that?
There will be, yes.
There will be a code. Keep an eye on an email from Ron about the MPA contest that's coming up. As Ron always says, make sure to check your spam folder because he likes to end up there sometimes.
Where I belong.
Where he belongs.
You like spam.
You know what spam stands for? That's spiced ham? Yes?
Shoulder. Or.
Come on up, Kathy. Last week I asked Kathy Hockel to please set up a kind of a nominations committee for our club and trying to get some fresh blood into the club. One such story is me, and I don't want to overstay my welcome. I want to keep innovating, and so just like every position, including mine, eventually we need some fresh blood. Come on up, Kathy. We need some fresh blood and new ideas to keep the camera club running and happy. So, Kathy, would you like to say a few words on that?
So I sent out a general email to the club and looking for people to, step up. What I would like to make everybody aware of is that if you're a little bit not clear on what the responsibilities are, or you're a little nervous about taking on something because you think you're not capable, I'm here to tell you anybody's capable of doing any of the jobs. And so to the extent that the current officers have all agreed to stay on through next calendar year, as long as they have mentors that they can start to help train. So if hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for people to say, okay, I think I can do this. So we need to thank all of the current officers for their willingness to do that. It's making my job a little bit easier for this year. But please, anybody who is at all interested in preserving the integrity of the club, because without some fresh blood, the likelihood is the club may not continue, right? I mean, that's what it boils down to possibly. So having said that, I am happy to take any questions from anybody via email, in person, whatever. So, and if anybody's currently interested who hasn't reached out, please feel free to do so. We are kind of a little bit under a time crunch, right? Because of the way the bylaws read, there has to be a certain amount of time prior to the actual elections. So once again, anybody who's interested, just give me a buzz.
Okay. Can you give that to Ron? I think we're actually a little early on the nominations committee thing. I'm not really 100% sure. What was that, Jackie?
You're close.
We're close. Close enough, right? But yeah, as Kathy said, coming in as a programs director, I had the previous programs chair when I first started that made it so easy for me, gave me all the resources I needed. The MPA gives us resources. All of the programs chairs and contest chairs write down all the resources. That makes it easy for you to fill in. And then as far as the presidential duties, I mean, everybody, it was so easy to help us. It was so nice to help me out. Jackie yells at me and tells me what I do right and wrong and what I have to do at the official business meeting, which is amazing. I thank her so much. But it's, yes.
I want to ask you a question.
Kathy wants to ask me a question.
Do you feel as if the role with president would need to be able to continue Zoom? Because I'm wondering if that could be a challenge for the average individual who may not have those
The question Kathy asked was, does the somebody who's coming in as president, do they need to be able to do live streaming? And the answer is yes. That is something that we as the officers, and I believe at a business meeting, we all voted to stay virtual because we have a lot of great members that we've gained during the pandemic and a lot of great members that have moved away, that they get a chance to continue to enjoy the club and be a part of the club. There's always a possibility of recording and then putting it up the next day. We do both. We stream and record. I'm always looking for people that are interested in learning all this stuff. Thankfully, Ron and Mike and Bob, where's Bob? Thankfully, they have always helped me out when I need to be out of town and have made things work. And they've been a big help to me when I can't make it on a Thursday night. But I think that either the president should learn this stuff, which is not hard. I honestly, it's not hard. Or the club maybe should lean into maybe like a streaming or a media chair role or something in the future. But we'll cross that bridge when we get to that. Christine is out tonight. I do want to thank Mike for bringing some magazines in. They are free over the table. I snagged this one for Christine. I'd recommend you snag yours as well. Do we have any other announcements from club members or thoughts, comments? Nothing? Okay, well, let me go through the schedule. This is Christine's schedule from last week. Next week, we have a program. Doug Wood is going to be joining us, and it's a program on theatrical lighting, which is going to be a little bit different than what we're used to, but probably going to be, hey, you're going to learn something about it, but, I'm kind of exciting because how does theatrical lighting work versus photography lighting? And I'm sure that we're going to learn some really great stuff on there that may help us out in the future. That is the 15th. On the 18th, we have a field trip to the Peabody Library and Walter Art Gallery. Anybody have any comments on that? I know Ed's a little under the weather. Ed, if you're watching this, hope you feel better. Yes, sir.
All the details are in the newsletter and on the blog. But they're both within short walking distance of each other.
Perfect. Mike says check out the newsletter and the website. Thinking no tripods, and then once you get to one, it's easy walking distance to the other. So it should be a good field trip. The 22nd is a contest, color and monochrome prints on our theme here of Sacred Places. February 29th is Christine's Tabletop Night. Fred is setting up a portraiture station. Thank you, Fred. Christine has asked me to set up one as well. Bring your model friends. Bring your friends that may want some headshots. But there'll also be yes, sir.
Well, so what I'd like to do is do nothing but speed lights. Bring your own speed light, your own trigger. This works with what you have. And then you'll have the use umbrella, bring an umbrella. You see what we can do.
Yes. Well, that's what I'm kind of thinking of. We're going to have your setup. We're going to have, I think Christine is asking me to bring the pack lighting, and then we're going to have maybe a couple other just tabletop setups. If you have something to bring it. If you want to learn something, bring it. If not, bring some tchotchkes in to photograph under these different lighting setups. And my thinking is I want to change up the Christine and I were talking about changing up the tabletop night a little bit, where when we start, we're going to walk as a group to each setup first, kind of learn about it, and then if you have questions, hey John, how do pack lights work? Hey Fred, how do speed lights work? Then you're encouraged to go to that station's kind of setup person, and we'll try to change it around a little bit. Yes, sir, Bob.
I won't be present, but I'm going to give Christine some exotic bits and pieces, tortoiseshell, odd bits of glass, etc.
Awesome. Yes, Bob always brings in some great stuff to photograph. He's going to let Christine borrow some things, but bring your camera and bring something interesting. Doesn't matter. We did food photography one year. Mike brought in some old cameras and some books and some old tools one year. It's a great night. Don't miss it at all. Then on March 7th, our own Cheryl Kerr is going to be doing a presentation on night photography. March 14th is a digital contest. Next month is open. And then she's got all the way out to March 16th, field trip to Blackwater National Wildlife Refuge. And with that, if there's nothing else to talk about, I'm going to turn it over to our contest chair, Ron, introduce our judge for tonight, and we'll get this party started. Okay. Excellent.
Okay, just one quick thing on MPA contest. You have up to 4 entries. So use all 4 of them, and you have to pay, might have to pay like $15, I think it is, for the second 2. Mike will know the number for sure, but anyway, it's not all that much.
First 2 are free.
First 2 are free.
Second 2 are $15 or $20, I forget.
Yeah, it's 15 or 20. So it's absolutely worth it, and it's a good thing to do. Fred?
Is it only open to people in MPA, or is it?
It is open all over, but we get in. Anybody else other than MPA clubs have to pay the entry fee right up front.
Per entry.
Entry, yeah, per entry. We get 2 free to start off with. So
How much does it cost for one entry?
2 entries are free.
2 entries are
No,
free.
If you're not, non.
Oh, if you're a non-club
Non-entry.
club member?
Yeah.
I think are they $10 a piece? I think so.
Yeah, something. I'll send out the information tomorrow so we can kind of get caught up on that. But it'd be great. A lot of the other clubs have a lot of participation. We should have more, because what I saw for tonight's club, you're going to agree with me. We got some really good stuff here, and the theme is people, and the theme is not people as ancillary to the subject. It's people. So they should be the primary subject. Doesn't necessarily mean portraits. Kathy?
So if you have an image that got an honorable mention at a previous MPA event, are those eligible for entry or no?
It says all the time, no.
I don't know.
I will check into that. And all the meetings I was in, that never came up.
Ron, can you repeat the question for?
It's an important question. If you got an honorable mention on a previous MPA contest with an image, is it eligible to be submitted for this? I hope it can be, because I have one I would like to put in like
It's on
that.
the website, no.
Pardon me?
It's on their website.
Okay.
You know, for the rules, when you check in, if you have any picture that was first and on ever made anything, not be used.
Okay.
It's black and white.
Okay, Fred answered that for everybody. If you won anything at all previously on MPA contest, those images can't be submitted this time.
And this is black and white people, right?
Black and white only, yeah, people. And it's a digital submission. Okay, well, this is what we're looking at tonight. I happened to have a conversation with Roz this afternoon, and she did her homework, as I knew she would, double over and making sure that we're really in good shape for this evening. So it's going to be a really interesting evening, and particularly with the feedback that Roz traditionally gives us. I'm looking forward to that, even though I think she's going to hate my images, but we'll see how that goes.
I still didn't get your check to clear.
Oh, okay, daggone, okay.
You do.
Roz judges most of the Maryland camera clubs every year. She has been to all these clubs, and she knows way more than many of us on how they operate. Of course, and I'm sure that you're going to find that the Rundle Camera Club is probably the best one you've experienced. She's been active in her local camera club for over 40 years. She's held every office in the Bowie Crofton Camera Club known to man. Now active, she's very active with the Maryland Photo Alliance. And the very first meeting I remember we had with Steve Sattler, you were there, along with several, about 6 of us, I think. We've been there since. She was in the first judge certification class for MPA as well. Roz always promotes photography. She freely gives of her time and talents to all of these clubs and to all of these organizations, and really helps to grease the wheels with MPA. You may be wondering what kind of photos that she's going to prefer. Roz, I'm going to let you answer that question rather than reading this, if you like, okay?
No, you just read that.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Roz looks for something uniquely different, maybe something that stretches the imagination, perhaps a different perspective. And she says, most importantly, you got to be creative. Now, Roz continues her nursing assignment at parish nurse for her church and volunteers at the Anne Arundel Medical Center in radiation oncology. She is an avid sewer, embroiderer and quilter too. She works on set as a nurse, medic for films, TV series that are filmed in Maryland. I think you've done a couple of the HBO series and some other things like that. So I don't know. I'm tired just reading all of that. So
All right,
all
I'm
right.
ready.
Okay, you're ready. All right. Well, let's get going and see where it goes. And I'm going to let you have this so I
Okay.
can write.
You're not going to read me the theme?
The theme this time, yes, thank you. Thank you for that cue. We've been shorthanding it and saying it's places of worship, but it's also places of worship and places of reverence. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a church. And John, should we, I guess, go through the images first? Do you want to read the titles or?
I can do that if you'd like me to.
All right, that'd be great. Thank you.
Only problem is I need to change my screen up a little bit in order to be able to see the letters.
All right, well, now that he's fixing that, I'm going to also keep reading this theme because it's not just places of worship or reverence. You can also focus in on the human aspect of rituals, ceremonies, or the interaction between worshipers. So I had to read that again when I was looking through all these images, and I think that's an important thing to mention, that it's not just places of worship.
Okay, are we ready?
Yeah.
Number one, and this is, let me make sure this is our novice. Yes, is our novices. Number one, God above. Number two, Mary the Comforter. Number three, arches. Number four, peaceful. Number five, St. Augustine Church. Number six, sacred glass. Number seven, pray for our darlings. Number eight, Sagrada La Familia. Number 9, cemetery. 10, looking in. 11, Christ the Comforter. 12, St. Anthony. 13, standing tall. 14, at the shrine. 15, a trinity. 16, Rainbow Road. 17, church dome. 18, chapel. 19, American cemetery. 20, all may enter. Number 21, golden domes. Number 22, in the pews. Number 23, reaching for the sky. And that seems to be it. I got to say, I'm very proud of our novice people for entering so many photos in. Usually with a theme, we're not this packed with photos. So good job, everybody.
And great photos, too.
And John, we're going to be looking for first through fourth and 2 honorable mentions.
That is correct.
Okay.
And that's perfect. All right. I really do want to compliment the novices because you guys have done a really, really good job. I like the color in this, but that band on the top, which is like, I think, a side wall, it just really is drawing my eye. I think this would be so much better if you just cropped right there. John, just go, can you move that cursor? I think it would be a much stronger image. You might even be able to crop right below the light and have a stronger image just there doing that. Just take a look at all around your photo. You're responsible for everything you put in there, and you really want to draw my eye to just what you want me to see. So I would have cropped that off. It's a wonderful photo. I love the golden light, but I think you needed to work on this just a little bit more. So I'm going to take this out, but keep up the good work.
Number 1 is out. Number 2.
I love this black and white. I think I'm leaning toward black and white in these days. But again, I think it would be a much stronger image if you cropped out some of the things that are very distracting to me. That block up at the top, it's light gray in color. I think you could have colored that darker, burned it down a little bit. The one on the right side also is very distracting. It just draws your eye from where you really want me to look. I think it could benefit from cropping even down to that cross at the bottom. I don't think it adds anything. The real subject to this, in my opinion, is the statue. And I think the statue has enough dark and light to hold itself if you had just cropped in more. So I'm going to take this one out.
Number 2 is out. Number 3.
I know I keep saying cropping, but this one could use some cropping. You're calling it arches. You want my focus on the arches, not all these empty pews or that little tiny altar that's so far away. It looks like it's, a half a mile away. That cord doesn't help you. Maybe you could have removed that. You guys do allow stuff to be removed, right? So what I would suggest for this image to make it a whole lot stronger, because it's a fabulous image. Kudos to you for getting there and shooting it. It is massive. So, but I would have cropped out the pews, maybe even the altar. I don't know if you need it. I think the arches and all that stonework are beautiful just by themselves. So think about it. Think about a way to present what you really want me to see. I think you wanted me to see the arches. That's what you call this image. So something that I think would have been a much stronger image. I would have put this in a place if it had just been presented differently. So I'm going to take this one out.
Number 3 is out. Number 4.
I think this one also is really in need of cropping. You have a lot of foliage around this image. You have the ocean competing for a subject. Exposure is fabulous, but where do you want me to land? Do you want me to be looking at this at a gravestone, any one in particular? I don't know. I'm bouncing all over. I think that if you had gotten down at a lower angle, that it would have been much, much better. So think about that when you're taking these images. Get down on the ground. Some people are out there on their bellies shooting these scenes. Get down low, stand up tall, try to shoot it vertical, horizontal, see what you like best. Think of what you really want the judge to see. If you're going to present these in competition, I know you don't want the foliage to be the main subject, but you did a great job with those leaves on the left. So think about that before you present these images. Cropping is probably something that most of us need to do 99% of the time. So I'm going to take this one out.
Number 4 is out. Number 5.
Very nice tight space image there of the baptismal font and the altar. And it's a nice view of this. But the baptismal font, to me, is stopping me from exploring around the altar. And I think that maybe a step back, and if we could have seen the base, it might have been less obtrusive. But you did a great job handling this lighting. I know how difficult it is shooting interiors of churches, especially with all that marble around, with all that reflected light. So a great time of year to shoot this church, but I'm going to take that one out because of that right there in the front. Maybe if it was off to the side, it wouldn't be so obtrusive, but it's right there in the middle. So sorry, but good job shooting it, but it's out for competition.
Number 5 is out. Number 6.
This is a well-handled lighting situation with this window. I think everybody here would agree that the highs and the lows of this window are right there, but you handle the whites well and the darks well also. But you're not adding anything for detail of your own to this. It's just flat, it's just a kind of stagnant picture of stained glass. But you handled it well exposure-wise. There's nothing you could do wrong. It's just in this image. Really, it's a great image, but I think that it just needed a little more pizzazz, something added to it that would really make me say, oh yeah, it's a stained glass window, but something like I want to study it more. So I'm going to take this one out.
Number 6 is out. Number 7.
I love this image. I really think you did a great job with capturing not only the headstone, but also what you did in the background. You blurred everything out well so that it's not distracting. It's just lovely. And lovely to the point where I'd say the lower half of this statuary is really as interesting as the top half. It almost looks like a tablecloth on a table. And I think that you could play with this a little bit and maybe have another black and white image sometime to use as a tabletop. So think about that a little bit, but you really did a good job on this. So I'm going to keep this one in.
7 is in. Number 8.
I've been here. I think it's always under construction. I don't think there's ever a time that this building is not under construction. For a novice, you did a fabulous job with the exposure. I love how you opened up the crucifix there. Really and truly, you did a great job. Good exposure. Unfortunately, I think you needed a little more of this building. The walkway, you cut off the doorway, and you just needed a little more. And while you're working on it, because you can present it again somewhere, pick an aspect of this building. Do we need to see the whole thing? I think the little rosettes around the middle of this are just as exciting as anything. Play with it a little bit. You got the exposure right on. I know you got the pixels. So I think it would be really good to play with that. And also, it's very, very tilted. So maybe you need to be on that tour bus that goes around and photograph the building before you get off the bus. But play with this one, because I think you got a lot to work with here. So I'm going to take this one out, although there are elements here that I just love, but I'm going to take it out.
8 is out. Number 9.
Okay. This is extremely well done. I love the triangles that are created in this image. I love the sky. I don't know if you lucked out or you dropped something in. It doesn't matter to me. Beautiful lighting, perfect time to do this, where wreaths across America. And I really think you did a great job with it.
Number 9 is in. Number 10.
Great eye. Absolute great eye. I love that you shot through this door. I'm assuming it's a door, and the cross is in the door, to just give me a little preview of this interior of this church. I wish you had just toned down the marble or granite, whatever is on the floor. It's a little hot, but I love what you did. Well seen, good eye seeing it in.
Number 10 is in. 11. Oops. Go over here and I can click 11.
I know where this is, at Hopkins. And it is a beautiful statue. It's a great place to photograph. I'm guessing you waited until everybody was out of the picture because there's usually a ton of people walking by. But it's not all sharp. The foreground is a little out of focus. And because I see this a lot of times, I'm going to take this one out. I want to say that you handle the lighting in this room very well. And I just got to work on better focus. And I really want to see what's in front sharp, not so much what's in back. So it's something you just need to pay attention to.
Is this one in or out?
Out.
Number 11 is out. 12.
Nice capture of this statue and the surroundings that it's in. I think it's very important when you are photographing statues that you add something to it, and you did that. You did that very well with the foreground and the background and the sky. I think the statue is a little underexposed, or it's just been there for a very long time and it's just bleached out. But I think you could have darkened that a little bit. But I'm going to leave this in now. I don't want to piss off St. Anthony.
12 is in. 13.
Nice place, nice church with all those, are they buttresses? Is that what they call them? But I think it's just a little hazy, or the exposure is just not quite right. And, you know, I only can give away 6 awards, so I'm going to spare you this. I would have cropped in a little bit more. I don't think you need all of the foliage. Although the coloring of the one on the left is nice, but you didn't really add a lot to that. So I would have just cropped that out. The flag is kind of just doing nothing. I might have cloned that out and made it a little bit stronger. Maybe if you had just darkened the whole image too on the church, it might have been a little bit better, but I'm going to take this one out.
13 is out. 14.
You know, when I first looked at this, I had a real kind of, are these things on fire? And I think they are. But they're kind of like droopy candles or pieces of cloth, or I didn't know what they were burning, but they're on fire. Just take a look at it. But the kid doesn't seem to care that his finger's going to burn up in a minute. And the background, way back in that blue area, almost looks like homeless shelter or something. It was very distracting to me. I don't know if you could have moved around a little bit to get a better place for this incense or candle wax or whatever it is burning. But I think it would have made a stronger photo without that background there. So I'm going to take everything just seemed disconnected to me, is what I said. The offerings and the surroundings seemed very disconnected. So I'm going to take that one out.
14 is out. 15.
I think this was a good attempt at finding a place in a cemetery that had these obelisks. The sky is good. I think you probably added that in. But the horizon right in the middle doesn't help you. So here was another place where you could have gotten low or shot high and come down, shot down at the subject or shot up at the subjects. Maybe if you had gotten on the ground and shot up, you would have had that feeling that these things are huge, bigger than they were. But a good job at this. I know it's hard to shoot marble and granite and stuff when it's worn and weathered, but you really did a good job here. I think there's maybe something else in that group of photos that you took at this cemetery that might be better suited for a competition. So I'm going to take this one out.
15 is out. 16.
Nice feeling. And I saw this image again without people. But this is a really nice feeling and a good thing that I think a lot of churches are doing with the Rainbow Coalition. But could you have cropped it a little bit, maybe? I don't think the picnic benches added anything. I think that guy in the white shirt didn't add a thing. He's the only one walking away or talking to somebody with a red hat. He needed to be removed, in my opinion. And I honestly think that mountain you could crop down some. I think it would have forced you into that walkway. So I'm going to take this off, but I think you did a good job thinking about it.
16 is out. 17.
This almost works. The things here that are really interesting are all the round domes or arches, whatever you want to call them. And yet there's a triangle, and there's a rectangle, and there's another rectangle. It's kind of interesting to see all this stuff. The two triangles are kind of cool. And so are all those domes or archways merging. Do you need the whole thing? I don't know. But I bet you there's a really, really great image there that if you had just maybe cropped off just below that left triangle and come across and then kept the triangle on the right, it might have been a stronger image. Something you could play with a little bit. But it's interesting. That little light on the right-hand side should have been gone. And I think if you had cropped that out, I might have placed it a little higher. But I'm going to leave it in for now. But I think you could get a lot stronger image if you just spent a little time cropping. So I'm going to leave that one in for now because I think you had a good eye seeing it.
17 is in. 18.
Nice shot of this little chapel. It's well exposed. Everything is kind of right in the middle, and I think you could have cropped here too. Maybe a little bit off the right or a lot of bit off the right. I don't think you need that tree. The shadow is nice enough. I don't really think you need the one on the right. I'd leave one. I'd leave the left one if you want. It's pretty nice. It's your image. But really, it's a little stagnant the way it is right now. So everything's kind of in the middle. But you did a great job with the exposure. I like the fact that you kept your spire off the top. You did a really good job with that. But it just, I think, could use a little bit more work. So I'm going to take that one out.
18 is out. 19.
Nice image here again at Arlington or one of the other cemeteries. I think that this one too, you could crop a little off the top. I don't think you need the sky at all. I would have come down. It forces the eye to look at the gravestones. And again, you got perfect triangles. There's multiples. They're there, and that's very pleasing to the eye. I'm going to keep this one in, but I think it should have been cropped a little bit. It would have been a lot stronger image. Novices all I keep saying is crop, crop, crop. But it's true. You force me or any judge to look where you want us to look, and it's not up in the trees. So you don't need all of those trees. You could come down a couple of inches to maybe that tree that's in the middle. You could almost come down to right to the top of that tree. So it's in.
19 is in. 20.
This is a very strong image. I really, really like it. And the only suggestion I would have for this tall person that took it is sit down on that pavement, cobblestone, and have that archway there be your main focus, because that is really nice. You did a great job with the exposure, but I would have liked to had that higher up in the photo rather than a quarter of the image being sky that isn't adding anything to your image, but it would just make it a stronger image. This one's in, but I want you to think about that when you're photographing.
20 is in. Number 21.
The birds are a big plus. I love them. Whether they were there or not, I don't care. You could have added them in and I'm still happy. They really did add that surprise to this image. The image was nice to begin with, but the birds really did make this pop. I wish the crosses at the top were not right up against the edge. Even if you had just cloned out a little bit and made it look like that's where the cross ended, might have been a little more helpful. It's in. It's a lovely image, and I'm just a picky judge. But kudos to the birds.
21 is in. Number 22.
This is a wonderful, wonderful capture. And when I looked at this image, I thought, okay, it's a place, but really the people are the subject. But as I kept reading here, it said you can focus on the human aspects of rituals, ceremony, and an interaction between the worshipers and the space. And that's it. These people are there. I don't know if it's a funeral, but the bulletin that she has is really little, and so I was thinking, yeah, this is a peaceful place. In
22 is in. 23.
I like this image. I think it's at the Air Force Academy. I think I've seen like the whole building one time in a different light. The graphics in this are very nice. I wish the lighting was better on the right side of this building. It's a little blown out. I know you're a novice and you couldn't fix it, but think about it. Maybe you can fix it. I'm going to leave it in for now.
23 is in. I believe that's everything.
That's everything.
All right.
So can we put them all up?
We certainly can. Not that way.
Okay, my count shows 10 remaining.
So I have to get rid of 4.
Okay.
But any one of these 10 could have been a winner. So if you're here in this circle, kudos to you, because any one of these could win.
Put my filter bar back. Let's turn off all the rejected ones. There we go. I have 10 here. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
All right, now see, I have to be brutal, and that's terrible, and I'm sorry to do this. Number 4 is out. Sorry, St. Francis, you made it to the final round.
That one, this one right here?
Yes.
Ron, that is
Oh.
number 12.
12.
Sorry,
No problem.
I didn't have those numbers there.
Yes, they're secret numbers.
Secret numbers. I'm going to take out number 5. Not that it's a bad image, it's not. It's a wonderful image, but it could have been cropped and it would have been much better. And I already have another cemetery image that I like better. And that's what happens in competitions. The judges' biases are going, which one do I like better? So this one's going to be out.
It's number 19, Ron.
Okay.
I'm going to take out, I need to take out, 2 more?
2 more. Yeah.
That stinks. I'm going to take out, did I already lose one? No. I'm going to take out number 8 because I'm desperate.
23.
23 is out.
And now just 1 more to go, but I like them all. So I am going to I'm going to take out number 5. Almost made it.
Number 20, Ron.
20, okay.
All right. Now I have to decide which one. 2 honorable mentions, first, second, third, and fourth, right?
And you can start on either end, whichever you prefer.
Number 4 is an honorable mention. That light bulb did you in.
17.
Second. Okay.
The next honorable mention is number 3.
That is 10, Ron.
Okay. Number 10.
Okay. 4th place is number 1.
Number 7.
Wait a minute. Is that right?
Is that wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2 honorable mentions, right?
4th place. Okay.
Isn't that 4th place?
Yes. I'm sorry.
Gee,
Gotcha.
good job. Any one of these could have been first place because I really like them. Number 1 is 3rd place.
That is number 9.
Number 1, a new number 1 is 2nd place. And the 1st place,
21 is 2nd place, Ron. And 22
and
is
in the
first place.
pews is 1st place. Great capture.
Okay. Nice. Okay, let's see who our winning photographers are this evening. Number 17, honorable mention for Church Dome to Melissa Chin.
Here? Nope.
No,
No.
It's her first win.
Oh,
very first win.
Oh, congratulations.
lose the light bulb.
Take a slingshot with you next time.
All right. Honorable mention to Looking In, Deborah Davis. Congratulations. Okay. All right, 4th place, Pray for Our Darlings, Catherine Rush. Congratulations. Okay. 3rd place will be Cemetery, and the photographer is Michael Corey. Thank you.
Was the other cemetery yours too?
No.
Okay. I'm sorry. There we go. Okay. Golden Domes will be our second place winner this evening, and that is Deborah Davis. And our first place winner this evening is Harold Crosslands. Harry's first place in the pews.
Is he here?
To all of our winners online, please share the image to Facebook and tell us a little bit about them.
Okay. Well, Raj, you thought your job was tough.
I don't
So we're
have
gonna
to
make
be
it-
nice to the advanced.
Oh, we all need you to be nice. Yes, Fred?
Ron,
Yes.
the photographer is here, let him explain that one with the church, with the cemetery.
I'm sorry, who is? Mike. Oh, Mike, please. I didn't. Yes. Mike, here, let me give you, yes, I'll clean that up later.
We were volunteering for Wreaths Over America at the Army National Cemetery in Baltimore, right off of Frederick Road. And I took a bunch of shots that day. It was actually taken with an iPhone 12 Pro, but
It was good.
yeah, and so it was an easy. The main thing that I have been trying to do as a novice is to frame up what I think would be a good picture. Trying to get the correct eye for it. So it was a beautiful day too. Had a couple thousand people there.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Good day.
Thank you for sharing that. That's great.
Anybody else here that won?
Okay.
Are we ready?
Yep.
We are ready.
Okay, image, let me take some of these toolbars out of here. Image number 1, the Garden of Gethsemane. Gethsemane. Everybody's going to yell at me. That's fine. Number 2, Montreal Notre Dame Church. Number 3, Frederick's Resting Place. Number 4, Christ Meets His Mother. Number 5, Here Lies the Only Remains at the National Shrine. Number 6, Basilica Sanctuary. Number 7, Stonehenge. Number 8, 3. Number 9, Rome St. Peter's. Number 10, St. Mary's Chapel. 11, It's Okay to Laugh in Church. 11, Mary, Mother of Mankind. 13, Relic. 14, Hallowed Ground. 15, Light from Above. 16, Quiet Corner. 17, Marian Altar Basilica of St. Lawrence. 18, Cades Cove Methodist Church. 19, National Shrine Grotto Cemetery. 20, Quebec. Number 21, Chapel Cemetery Home. Number 22, National Shrine. Number 23, Poe Places. Number 24, Welcome One and All. Number 25, Reflection. Number 26, Brother Andre. Number 27, St. Peter's Cathedral. Number 28, National Shrine Grotto Holy Water. Number 29, Notre Dame. Number 30, St. Peter's and Paul, Chaldon in UK. 31, Evening Prayer. 32, Bell Tower. 33, The Grotto. 34, Manchester Cathedral.
That was a song.
35, In Memoriam. 36, Santa Fe Crucifix. 37, 38th Parallel Memorial Garden. 38, Vigil Lights. 39, Shadows. 40, Chapel at the Cove. Number 41, 'Twas a Dark and Stormy Night. Number 42, St. Nikolai. Number 43, Alleluia. Number 44, Cemetery Statue. Number 45, St. Genevieve. Number 46, Divine Colors of the Cross. Number 47, It's All Sacred. Number 48, Church in the Rock. And I believe that's it.
Perfect. Nice leading line here, with coming right into the image and then seeing this little altar. And it's also a pleasant surprise to see somebody's face there. I can imagine, you know, it's a priest in my mind or somebody. I said it kind of looked like Mike Thomas, but it's very nice. I really like this one. I would have suggested, I will suggest that you crop off some of the bottom, because I don't think you need all that. I think you want to get me quicker, my eye quicker to the altar, and then see the face there as a pleasant surprise. But I think you don't need all of the stone pillars in the front. I think you could take off the one on the right and the one on the left, and you'd have a little bit stronger image. I'm going to leave it in, though, because of the little surprise.
Number 1 is in. Number 2.
I know it's hard to shoot interiors, and they probably had a bunch of crazy lights happening because you got a lot of different color up all over the place. But I think you tweaked this a little too much. The blues look a little too garish to me. They are overwhelming. So I'm going to take that out. Oop.
The stream guy went and got a cookie.
Okay.
Number 2 is out. Number 3.
The shadow makes this. The dark all around, and that hand with the, I don't know if it's a flower or a hibiscus that's picked off a tree or what it is on the statuary, but the shadow makes this image. It is so strong that you could almost just have that. You could almost crop out the whole statue and just leave the shadow. It is great. Good eye for seeing it in.
3 is in. Number 4.
Another window. It looks like one of the Stations of the Cross windows, but again, it's just a window. You did a good job with the colors and the light coming in. You shot it at the right time of day, but it's just not enough to hold my interest because it's just a window with nothing else that you added as a photographer. Out.
Number 4 is out. Number 5.
As opposed to this, which you added a unique angle. Here lies this bishop or cardinal or whoever he is, and he's kind of pointing to another cardinal or bishop, and yet the pillow carved in stone that this remains are on are unbelievable. I love the little tassel. Who would have thought it? I love the sun on the top of his hand. There's a lot of little surprise elements to this where you're like, wow, that is pretty darn cool. I wish the person or cardinal or reflection, whatever it is there on the left, had been darkened down a little bit, but I really like this image, so in.
5 is in. Number 6.
Nice wide angle of the basilica sanctuary there, but I think that your eye stops right there on that step because I can't get any further into this image, which is probably just the way those priests wanted it. Don't want any women on the altar. But you could have cropped in a little bit off the side. I don't think we need to see the stairs on the right or the stairs on the left, which are there. And I really wish you had cropped in a little bit or even opened the gate. If you had just opened the gate a little bit, it would have been more inviting. So I'm going to take that one out.
6 is out. Number 7.
Now, I have seen this done a lot of times in magazines and other folks that have gone to Stonehenge. Good handling of the color of the sunset, good placement for the sun. It's very nice. Do you need all the black on the bottom? It takes up almost half of the photo. I think you could have cropped a little bit, but kudos to you for doing it. I love it. In.
7 is in. Number 8.
I know it's holy oils or, some type of oils, I think. But I saw this image and all I could think of was scotch and bourbon and whiskey. Now, that could have been sacred to some people. But, that's the first thing that came to my mind. And I was like, what is going on? But I think it's healing oils of some sort and whatever other kind of oils. But, it's your fault. All I was thinking of is scotch, bourbon, and whiskey. I think it would have been lovely under better lighting to see these this crystal glass decanters, but, to me, it's just not enough. So out.
Number 8 is out. Number 9.
There's something goofy about this beside the stream of those lights from a window or a big light or something. It just looks so hazy, and maybe it was hazy in there, but I just can't get into this photo at all. It doesn't look sharp, and this haze is just overwhelming to me, so I'm taking this one out.
Number 9 is out. Number 10.
This would be a great calendar shot for the St. Mary's Chapel. I think you should call them and offer your photo to them. But maybe take out the white thing on the left-hand side bottom, whatever that is, whether it's the water or pump or whatever it is, the well cap. I think it could have been cropped in a little bit, but it's a good calendar shot of this church, really and truly. You did a good job, but I'm taking it out.
10 is out. 11.
And yes, it's okay to laugh at church, but I think you have a focus problem here. The folks on the right are in focus, the folks on the left are not. I think really there's a couple of things happening. This baby is being baptized. The color seems a little bit off. The flags that are up there are very distracting. I know it's not your responsibility, but they are very distracting to me because I'm trying to figure out what they all are. And I guess they're, I don't know, whatever they are. But I'm going to take this one out. The lady laughing, if it's the mother or the godmother, maybe the photo is really the priest, the baby, and that lady. And you don't need everything else distracting the view. So out.
11 is out. 12.
I don't know if anybody knows this, but I go to Mother Mary of Mankind Church when I'm in Rhode Island. And when this came up, I was like, whoa, hey. This is a well-seen image, and the angle of view for this and the symbolism here really got to me. So I'm keeping Mary, Mother of Mankind, because I already pissed off St. Francis.
12 is in. 13.
This is just dark and dreary, and it was probably taken in some crypt church somewhere, but I don't have any center of interest. I just want to get out of there. Looks like a gargoyle up in the top left, and it just weird lighting and weird color and out.
13 is out. 14.
Yeah, creepy is in right now. No, it was too creepy for me. I like the triangles again. I think when they laid out these headstones at these cemeteries, they deliberately did it in triangle. I think that's how they fold the flag too, in that triangle. Very, very strong image. Sky is good. Flags there. They're not all droopy in.
14 is in. 15.
This is really well exposed and probably not an easy place to get to. Novices, pay attention to how many straight lines there are. The right side is straight, the left side is straight. It really is well done. But I think there's multiple subjects. I think the organ pipes are one subject. I think that lamp is another one. I think that I don't know where you want me to look. If it's just the light that you wanted me to focus on, I would have liked to have seen it bigger. And I really do think you did a great job with this, because I think it was a difficult place to shoot. So I'm going to leave it in for now, but, don't hold your breath.
15 is in. 16.
It is a quiet corner and probably another dingy place to shoot, but there's no pizzazz here. Everything is the same. So I'm going to just spare you the pain and take it out now.
16 is out. 17.
Odd lighting. Very, very odd lighting. The birds aren't sharp. I don't know if anything is really sharp as I would like to see it. And the lighting is just way off. So I'm going to take this out.
17 is out. 18.
I think this might have been the same church that I had in for the novices. Maybe not, but those benches look awfully familiar. I really like it. I like how you handle the window and the lighting. Maybe you took 2 images, 3 images, and put them together, but it was well done.
18 is in. 19.
Everything is just stagnant. I needed a better angle. I like the black and white a lot, but those headstones just aren't, there's no light on one popping at all. It's just there. So I don't know what else to say to this. It's just not enough for me, so I'm going to take that out.
19 is out. 20.
A little weird angle to this also. And there's another one with a crazy angle that works better. Somehow I don't get really connected to this statue there at Quebec. But I probably knew her at one time or another because she looks so familiar. But I'm going to take this out because of the angle.
20 is out. Number 21.
A pleasant place to be. I can imagine sitting on a bench right here looking at this place. It really is picturesque. I wish it was bigger. We got a lot of foreground. Midground is okay. The church is okay, but it's like, it could be larger. Maybe a crop would help it a little bit all the way around. But you did a good job framing with the leaves of the tree around this church. And it's a very tranquil scene.
21 is in. Number 22.
This is another scary picture. Who would have painted that on that wall or ceiling? It is frightening. Jesus looks mad. He does not look risen. He just looks mad. It's a hard place to shoot, I know. But I just, there's nothing there that really holds my interest. I don't want to be connected with him with fire coming out of his head. Out.
22 is out. Number 23.
I think this is two images. I think that Virginia's gravestone is one image. And that kid on the bike on the left in the traffic is a whole nother image. And then the sign for Poe House is, yet another element, and it's pointing the other way. So, but it just doesn't seem, this, gravestone is not enough for me. I'm more interested in what this kid is doing on the left, so I'm going to take this out.
23 is out. Number 24.
We saw this one in the novice category with people, and I think I like the people as much as I like this, but it's well done, well seen. The church is lovely. The bricks are lovely. I don't know, good leading line, well seen. I think I might have cropped out that branch of the tree on the left-hand side if you could. It's kind of like a dangling participle. It doesn't need to be there. And but it's well done, so I'll keep it in for now.
24 is in. Number 25.
Almost. Picture is a little crooked. Needs to be lifted on the right-hand side. And that haze again, I don't know what's about the haze. It's got to be in the lights, but it's not right. Out.
25 is out. Number 26.
Here's that other one with this angle where you're shooting up. But this statue was low enough that this works with all the candles. And the red and the green kind of go together. So this one really does work. It makes this statue look massive.
26 is in. Number 27.
This St. Peter's Cathedral has a very intricate altar. There must be 15 photos that you could take of that altar itself, and yet it's so far away you can't figure out what are they. Are they the Stations of the Cross? what is in the altar? I would have liked to have seen more of that, maybe less people. But it's that intricate design is fascinating to me. But I can't see enough of it, so out.
27 is out. Number 28.
I've never seen this at the National Shrine before. I'm going to go look for it. The spring water there. I don't think the glass helped, or the jar, or the hand. I think it would have been a stronger image if you just put your hand there and collected the water, or just played in the water. And got in a little closer. It just not enough to hold my interest, except now I want to go shoot it. Out.
28 is out. 29.
Back to the haze. I don't know, maybe somebody put a filter on it or something, but too hazy for me. Out.
29 is out. Number 30.
Interesting fisheye in the UK. I think it only is in the UK because we haven't had any other fisheyes here in a long time. But I think it works. It was a good perspective to catch every single detail of this church and take out what you don't want. I like the fact that you can see the roof line, and it does look like the bow of a boat, and very well done. In
30 is in. 31.
Wrong time of day, wrong white balance. I'm going to take this one out. I like what you did with the spires. There are a lot of them, and it could have been a better image. Keep playing with it.
31 is out. Number 32.
This was called Bell Tower. It's a good solid image, little tip to the left. But it's a solid image. But it's called Bell Tower. I want to see the bell. I don't think there is a bell, but that's what you had said that it was. So I would want to see more of what's in that tower. But really, the thing I really, really want to see is that window that's right there with those kind of neat-looking curtains or something. I think that's really kind of interesting. I'd like to see more of that and less of the bell tower. Out.
32 is out. 33.
Good try. Grottos are dark, very, very dark. But I think the image here, that the real center of the image, if it's these people kneeling, they needed to be lighter or all in silhouette. But my eye keeps going up to the statue up in the right-hand side where it's just blown out. So out.
33 is out. 34.
Just a simply elegant picture. Good handling of the lines, good crop in.
34 is in. 35.
Yeah, I know it's some type of place. They got flowers, but it's just not enough to hold my interest. A third of this picture on the right-hand side is unnecessary, and you needed really to crop it and get it out of there. Out.
35 is out. 36.
A very dramatic image made possible by the lights on this crucifix. And I know there's at least two of them because look at the two shadows there. I like where you cropped it. Wish it was more vertical than horizontal, but I understand your problem. You did a good job in black and white in.
36 is in. 37.
Weird angle. If you want me to walk through the path, I need to see something more. The flag not flying, I mean, it's there, but it's just not moving. Everything is a little stagnant, so I'm going to take this one out.
37 is out. 38.
This is a cool place to be. I think that stuff is all wax from candles. I think those candles are just there, and they put them in, and they light them, and they let the wax drip. And kudos to you for seeing this. The only comment I have is you have 3 unlit candles. Why didn't you light them? But I love it. I love this eerie kind of feeling with this wax in.
38 is in. 39.
Now you know how crazy I am. This almost works. The shadows are lovely, but it needs straightening. Really and truly, I think if you had just straightened this out, it would have been better. Out.
39 is out. 40.
Kind of different angle here. I don't know if you're in some type of choir loft or something, but it looks like a picture that could be in like Better Homes and Gardens or something. You know, just very simple, very elegant. And I don't know what this person is doing, if they're another photographer there with you or who went with you, but I don't know if you need her or not, but she doesn't really add any interest to the photo, but I'm keeping it in because I think it's well done.
40 is in. Number 41.
It was not a dark and stormy night. That's the Milky Way. Oh, starry night. See? In my mind, I thought you said stormy night.
He did.
Okay, I'm not confused. It is the Milky Way. It's kind of an eerie cemetery scene, lit maybe with some extra lights, but good lighting on the graves. I don't think that was from the Milky Way, but your Milky Way could use a little work. Maybe it got added to it, and it really wasn't like that. And maybe that front gravestone could have been darkened down just a little bit. It's quite hot, but I like Milky Way shots. I'm going to leave it in for now, even though it's.
41 is in. Number 42.
When I saw this one, I thought, oh, this is a COVID, a COVID thing where they've closed off some of the pews so you couldn't sit in them. Good angle, well seen, well cropped, good handling of the light, good angle that you shot at, nice leading lines in.
42 is in. Number 43.
I'm wondering why this kid is not kneeling on the kneeler and why he's off to the side. I keep wondering that. Or what if it was staged. I think it was staged. I could be wrong, but I would have asked the kid to move if they weren't with me, and kneeled on the kneeler. It's a little disturbing to me that he's off to the side, or moved the kneeler. It's been done before. Out.
43 is out. 44.
You know, when I first looked at this, I said, why did they put a Barbie doll there? But the hand in this photo of this old woman really makes this image in my mind. And I could just imagine losing a child and going there to be there. And I think the hand really says it all. I don't know about the Barbie doll, but it's in.
44 is in. 45.
Nice picture of this statue, St. Genevieve. But it just needs a little more something. I don't know what that something is. Maybe not so much right up against the top of the frame there. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to take it out. It just isn't as good as some of the other ones.
45 is out. 46.
I like this one. The colors are good that they were there, good that you saw it. It's not totally sharp to me, but I think good for you for seeing it, being at the right place at the right time in.
46 is in. 47.
I love this image. There's something very plain and simple, and I think, I don't know if they're the Tetons or wherever, but you got clouds and the mountains, and they are majestic. The simple cross on the window adds even one more dimension to this image in.
47 is in. 48.
Nice try, but it's just not sharp enough for me in different places. I don't know if it's why it's not all sharp, but it's not all sharp enough for me, so out.
48 is out, and that is it.
9, 10, 11. I get 18.
Bring this back. Let's see. Set the filter. Well, I have 21.
All right, 21. I must have added some along the way. Kudos to those that I added. All right, now I have to have 9, right?
That is correct.
9.
Yes, we
and
can go through them
21.
again, or I can keep them up as a thumbnail view.
Well. Okay. I got to get mean now, right? I'm going to take out number 7. Sorry to number 7's. Uh-oh. Bye, Christine.
This one here,
15.
that is number 15.
Okay.
Let's see. I like them all. Can't we just keep more? No, mean. All right, I'm going to take out number 14. Oh, no.
Oop,
Sorry. I said the wrong number. It's 16.
that one,
Yeah.
number 41.
I'm going to take out number 18.
46.
I'm going to take out number 1. Could have been cropped a little, but I did like it.
Number 1.
I'm going to, I need 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Got to get rid of 8. That's horrible.
Yep.
I'm going to take out number 7, but I liked it.
It's number 21.
Going to take out number 13. This is the hardest part.
It's number 40.
Can we still flip through them?
Certainly.
Because I still have to get rid of 6. Next. 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 Sorry, Mary, mother of mankind. Get me next month. Next. 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 Next.
That's it.
All right, now I only have to take out 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I only have to take out 5. I like them. I'm just gonna be ruthless here. Number 4 is out. No good reason.
Number 14.
I'm gonna take out number 11.
Number 42.
I'm gonna take out number 6.
Number 26.
We're gonna blame this on John because he said I have to get down to 9. I need to lose 2 more. Okay. I'm gonna take out number 5.
Number 24.
And I'm gonna take out number 7. You'll understand.
Number 36.
All right, I got my 9. All right. First, second, third, and fourth, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. Honorable mention to number 5.
$30.
Honorable mention to number 4.
$18.
Honorable mention to number 9.
That's already an honorable.
Oh, already an honorable. See, at least I'm consistent. How do I know it's already what I already?
These 2 are the honorables already.
Okay, so I'm already finished my
So
honorable.
it's 7.
No.
Yeah, 2 more honorable.
2 more honorables. Okay.
3.
Two more honorable.
Right.
Okay. Honorable mention to number 4. Okay. They're moving down. Got it.
34.
That was a good one, though. I really liked that one. Honorable mention to number 5. All right.
44.
One more. Mm-hmm. Honorable mention to number 3.
7.
Good? Mm-hmm. All right. 4th place to number 2.
Number 5.
3rd place to number 1.
That's number 3.
2nd place to number 2.
47.
And 1st place to this.
38.
Placement is the toughest.
Hang on to that. I gotta.
Wait, do we have trumpets?
Got
Do,
teeny
do, do,
right
do.
here, so. Okay, number
Number 30.
30. And let me go all the way across this piece of paper and find it.
St. Peter and Paul's, nope. Is that it?
Yes. Right. Number 30, St. Peter's and Paul, Cauldron, UK. That's Bob Weber. Congratulations.
As it says, this is a church in England, and when you go to it, it's largely overgrown but still in use. And there's a sign on the door saying, "Don't knock, just push."
Nice.
But there's something about that mural on the back wall. They researched every, remember that? They researched every component of it, and they know all the story behind each biblical piece of it and what it tells. And they've documented what it is, and they've renovated it.
Nice.
Okay, number 18. 18, honorable mention to Clarence Carvel for Cades Cove Methodist Church. Okay, honorable mention for Manchester Cathedral to Doug Wood.
Is he here? No.
No, he's not.
Oh, well.
It was part of his walking trip. That's all I know.
Okay.
Please tell me this person's here.
No, this is cemetery statue, and congratulations to Clarence Carvel.
Ah.
Okay. Number 7. Bear with me a second. Honorable mention to Clarence Carvel for Stonehenge.
He gets a threefer.
Yeah, he can't
Yeah.
say I don't like them anymore. Number 5.
Number 5, here lies the only remains at the National Shrine. Congratulations, Debbie Wolf.
Woohoo!
Debbie here this evening?
No, she's on. That's 4th place.
But I will point out, there were 20 of us on this field trip.
Yeah.
We all went in that room, and
Yeah.
she's the only one that
Yeah, none of us got that
saw
shot.
this this way.
Isn't that a great shot? It is a great shot. Number 3.
Number 3, 3rd place for Frederick's Resting Place to Debbie Wolf.
Woohoo, Debbie! Number,
All right, number 47. I think I remember that one. Okay, it's all sacred, and the photographer is Chuck Gallegos. Congratulations, Chuck.
is it the Tetons?
That's
I think so.
looks like it.
And number 1?
It is the Tetons.
It's the Tetons, yeah. I thought it was the Tetons.
Okay. 38. This is what we get whenever we have so many trying to get all these names on one sheet of paper.
Don't complain.
No, yeah, really, truly. All right.
Vigil lights, number 38.
All right, let me make sure I've got this right. Goodness. Vigil lights, and this looks like congratulations to Mike Thomas.
Woo! Where is it, Mike?
Those, as it says, those are vigil lights. Those are not votives. Votives are typically something you'd light for yourself as a prayer. Those are actually guarding the entrance to a shrine. You may see the shrine next 2 weeks, and that was in Mexico.
Very nice. The candle wax is unbelievably good. Votive lights are in a container, and vigil lights are not, but it's just wonderful. All right.
Okay. All right, special thanks to Roz for doing an excellent job, and I can't believe you've gotten us through this 20 minutes till 9, so excellent, great job. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Okay, let me get back over here. Let's talk about next week. Doug Wood, he sent a message on the Facebook group. Bring your camera next week. I think he's going to have something where we can all play around with lighting. Who asked me? Somebody asked about the MPA Black and White contest. Is there going to be an exhibition for that, or
There will be.
There will be an exhibition, and also a reminder that the nomination committee. Please contact Kathy Hockel if you're interested. Please, if you have any interest whatsoever, contact us. I think I mentioned last week I was judging for a club that I will not name. Their contest chair had been in a long time, retired, moved away, and now there was nobody to move in, and so they're done contests until somebody steps in. So that's how important this is. But thank you guys for coming in. Have a great night. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
What do you read?